Right, it's time for another cycling video. My name is Matt and I want to talk about this bike today, which is a Genesis Croix de Fer 10 from 2016. It's an entry-level cyclocross bike which I picked up in a bit of a sorry state, and I wanted to give it a tidy up and see what it was capable of. Right, before we take a closer look at the Croix de Fer, I just wanted to explain why I've started tinkering with bikes again, and it's because I've had a major rationalisation of my bike shed over the past 12 months, and I've gone from having 5 bikes at one point down to just one, and I've got a bit more space, so yeah, got the Croix de Fer. But in terms of what I've let go of, I had this Trek road bike, which in many ways this is peak road bike for me, best value for money, right tool for the job, all that sort of thing, but it was surplus to requirements, so let this go. I also let my Genesis Equilibrium winter bike go, which is a bike I rode a lot and thought was really comfortable, but I just decided it was too clunky and wanted something a bit snappier long term. I changed my commute and let the Brompton go, which I did like, but I did think if I was going to own a Brompton, there's probably more interesting ones to own than this. And then finally, I had my hardtail nicked from outside a sports centre. It was chained up in a bike store area, and this person who was captured on CCTV came, cut the lot, and nicked it, which was a bit gutting given all the changes I'd made to it in the pandemic and stuff like that. And I got the police involved. They had a good look for it. It was all on CCTV, and it was really clear that it was mine because I had half a wheel ride on it and half a kids ride shotgun little handlebar. But hey ho, these things happen. So I have got another dad bike frame which I'm going to build up and do in another video. So that just left me with the Riley. So I picked up this Croix de Fer and thought I'd have a look at it. So just to give a quick rundown, here it is looking a bit mucky and unloved. So it's a cyclocross frame. It's got plenty of clearance. The wheels are Alex rims with 35mm tyres, and the group set's a mixture of Sora and a Sarah with mechanical TRP disc brakes. So things that caught my eye about the frame when I first saw the bike were, first of all, the look of it. Secondly, it's got loads of clearance, and it just struck me as like a really good do-it-all solid frame. The second thing was the group set, because it's got the Acera long cage derailleur at the back and compact cranks at the front. It's actually got a really good range. Like a lot of cyclocross bikes will have subcompact and they're not going to be as efficient on the road. This has got that compact setup at the front but a wide range at the back. So even though it's towards the bottom end of Shimano's group sets, it's a really good option with plenty of range to it. And finally, it's just an overall bomb-proof package. It's 11.5 kilos, so it's not the lightest bike in the world, but it definitely passes the robustness test. So it's going to be great for off-road, towpath, light gravel, winter road, all that kind of stuff. So it's all good. Right, let's take a look at what I did for the refurb. Right, it's just oiling the chain here and then we're rolling. So all in all, I really like this bike. I think it looks good, it's comfortable, it's extremely versatile. You can do pretty much anything on this road. Commuting, off-road, touring, gravel, even cyclocross, you can take your pick. It's also great value for money compared to modern bikes, but the only issue for me is that it's actually a bit too big, which I sort of knew at the time, but I thought I'll try a bit of a different riding position, but it's not going to work. But so anyway, going to have to move it on, but right now I've got a more important fish to fry in any event, which is that I really need a new flat bar dad bike of some sort. So the sensible thing would be to get a hardtail, but for reasons I'll go into next time, I've already got a second-hand frame which isn't a hardtail, and I've got a load of other stuff, mainly spares that were intended for my hardtail that got nicked that I'm going to use. So saddle, seat post, chain, big cassette and some grips. So the plan is to get these spares on this new frame I've got and then fill in the gaps with some eBay finds and some select bits of bling. So it's going to be interesting because the frame's already got a road bottom bracket in. This cassette and chain are mountain bike parts, but let's see if we can crunch it all together. So stay tuned, and all will be revealed in the next video.